Hi, this is Sarthak Johnson Prasad, and this is my presentation for the term paper on fake news detection using knowledge graphs. So, with the widespread popularization of the internet, it has become easier and more convenient for people to get news from the internet than other traditional media. Unfortunately, open internet fuels the spread of a great many fake news without effective supervision. Fake news are news articles that are intentionally and verifiably false and could mislead readers. With characteristics of low cost, easy access, and rapid dissemination, fake news can easily mislead public opinion, disturb the social order, damage the credibility of social media, infringe the interests of the parties, and cause the crisis of confidence. The best example to this is the 2016 US presidential elections. Hence, it is important and valuable to develop methods for detecting fake news. In this presentation, we will talk about two types of approaches to detect fake news. First is the content based approach, and the second is the style based approach. So, let's talk about style based approaches. Style based approaches attempt to capture the writing style of news content. One of the pioneer works in this field was done by Michaelo Granick and others, in which they found that there were many similarities between fake news and spam email, such as both of them often had a lot of grammatical mistakes. Both of them tried to affect readers' opinion on some topics in a manipulative way, and both of them used a similar limited set of words. So they applied a simple approach for fake news detection using knife-based classifier due to these similarities. Further advancement in these approaches were published by Shlok Gilda, William Yang Wange, and Jiang and others in 2017, in which they used probabilistic context-free grammar detection and tested the dataset on multiple classification algorithms. They analyzed the text syntactical structure features and presented a simple way of rumor detection based on language tool. So now let's talk about content based detection. Content based detection is also known as fact checking. It is one of the most promising fields in fake news detection as it uses the content rather than the style. The pre existing content based approaches focused on path reachability, that is, trying to find a path in an existing knowledge graph for a given triple. However, there were a few limitations of the pre existing content based approaches which led to the following research questions. So, the first question that was raised was that can we use incomplete and imprecise knowledge graphs for fake news detection? All computational knowledge based approaches mainly focus on simple common relations between entities such as country, child, employer of. And the knowledge graphs they use are too incomplete and imprecise to cover the complex relations that appear in fake news articles. The entities can be easily found in open knowledge graphs such as DBpedia or Wikidata, but the relations cannot. So, in the modern approach, they tried to make use of knowledge graph embedding for computing semantic similarities so as to accommodate incomplete and imprecise knowledge graphs. They use a simple graph embedding model known as TransE to test the potential of knowledge graph embedding methods in content based fake news detection. The second question that was raised was what happens if we do not have a knowledge graph in the first place, but only we have articles. For a fake news topic, it is very likely that at the beginning we do not have any knowledge graph to rely on for fact checking. Thus, we can not only utilize the knowledge graphs based on news article basis, we can also attempt to utilize related subgraphs from open knowledge graphs. We could extract the subgraph centered on the background topic of news articles from the open knowledge graph. Hence, in the modern approach, they construct an external knowledge graph for these news articles based on facts related to the background topic in DBpedia's dataset. The third limitation was how can we use knowledge graph embedding for fake news detection to reasonably utilize the complete and precise knowledge graph related to the fake news topic once we have it. So, for this, the modern approach proposes a way of utilizing the TransE model, that was the knowledge graph embedding model, to train a single model on each knowledge graph that they have constructed to compare their performance. The single model trained on the knowledge graph from the fake news articles is regarded as a negative model, and the other two are positive models. This approach takes the news articles as input, performs triple extraction on them, and then detects whether they are fake or true on the single model. So the final question that rises is that a single model based on one related knowledge graph enough? So in the modern approach, they propose a further approach to generate a binary Transy model, that is also known as a B-Transy model, which combines a negative single model with a positive single model. Because a single model may not be enough if it has only been trained by a knowledge graph from the fake article base or only by one of the true knowledge graphs. Besides this, in order to improve the performance, they also propose hybrid approaches using a fusion strategy to combine the feature vectors produced by the above models. So now let's talk about the current model. So we will divide our process to build the current model in 4 steps. First is building a knowledge graph base. Second is using the knowledge graph to train the Transy model. Third is improving the Transy model by introducing the binary Transy model. And fourth is introducing some hybrid approaches to increase detection performance. So as discussed before, this model takes care of all the limitations which were there in the pre-existing model. So first let's talk about generating background knowledge base. So we produce 3 knowledge graphs. First based on fake news articles, the second based on external knowledge graphs like DBpedia or Wikidata, and third based on true news articles from reliable sources like BBC. We extract triples from the article bases and use it to form the knowledge graphs. Once it is formed, we use Transy to train a single model and compare their performances. As we can see from the figure, news articles are at first summarized using a summarizer. So what are summarized news articles? Summarized news articles contain only the heading of the news article and 1 or 2 lines from the starting of the news article. News articles are summarized because using a full news article will create a lot of redundancies and hence increase runtime. The OpenIE is used to convert the news articles into triples, but it does not perform well, so we also use Stanford NER to improve the quality of the triples hence obtained. And finally, using entity alignment, it gives the best performance. And these triples which are formed are used to make the background knowledge graph. So now let's talk about the Transy model. So the triples which we extracted from the news articles are now represented in vector space to judge whether the article is fake or not. We calculate the bias for each triple which we extract. The classification is done in 2 ways: average bias classification or max bias classification. In average bias classification, average bias of a triple set is used to classify the news item through a classifier. In max bias classification, we use the maximum bias in all the triples in the triple set to judge whether the news is true or fake. So from the figure we can see that the knowledge graph is firstly used to train the single Transy model, and then the trained single Transy model is used to test the test news. How is it used? The test news is first extracted into triples, and then on the triples we test the single Transy model. From the triples, we using the bias function, we calculate the bias for each triple, and then we use a classifier which either uses the average bias classification or the maximum bias classification to classify the triples on the basis of the bias hence obtained. Now the binary Transy model. So as we have talked about previously also, that a single Transy model is not enough, because there are some true triples whose biases are large on both of the true single model as well as the fake single model, so that these news items would be incorrectly classified as fake news if we just give a true Transy model. So to solve the problem, the modern approach trains 2 models. One is based on the triples extracted from a fake news and another is based on a triple extracted from True News, so that they can do classification by comparing the biases of the true model and the biases of the fake model. So hence the game name is given the binary Transy model, which uses the positive Transy model as well as the negative Transy model to calculate the biases that will help in classifying the triples. So again, the same methods as in the single Transy model are used, the same methods of classification, the average bias classification and the max bias classification. Either of them can be used, but only difference is we train two models here. So as we can see from the figure, there is two Transy models, positive single Transy model and negative single Transy model. In the positive Transy single model, we use knowledge graphs that have triples extracted from articles of reliable sources, and that is trained to form the positive single Transy model. And similarly, in the negative single Transy model, we use articles from fake news. So from the fake news which we use to train this model, and after that we use both of the models to test on the test news. So similarly to the single Transy model, we first extract the triples from the test news and then use it to test in both of the models, positive single Transy model and the negative single Transy model. We both of the single Transy models have some bias function, and hence we find biases for the triples, and we use both of these biases to classify using a classifier. So similarly to the single Transy model, either we use maximum bias classification or average bias classification to classify the triples. So finally comes the hybrid approaches. Hybrid approaches are first of all used to improve the detection performance. For making a hybrid approach, they use a fusion strategy to combine the feature vectors from the different models. The fusion strategy was known as early feature level fusion, which means integrating different features first and then using those integrated feature to do classification. So the max bias vectors out of each triples were used to do classification. And finally, the max bias classification was used to do the classification rather than the average bias classification. So what all we talked about in this presentation? First of all, we talked about the problem of fake news, what is meant by fake news and why is it necessary to stop it and why is it valuable to stop it. Then we moved on to talking about differences of content based and style based detection and why the former is better than the latter and more promising. Then we talked about the limitations of the pre-existing models and what all the research questions it raised that were fulfilled by the modern model. Then we talked about the modern solution approach to fake news detection. We divided into 4 steps. First of all, creating a background knowledge base out of the triples which we extract from the news articles. Then using those triples, we train a single Transy model, and then we saw that the single Transy model is not enough to classify the triples. So we introduced a binary Transy model which takes in use of both the positive Transy model and the negative Transy model. And finally, we talked about the hybrid approaches that improves the detection performance. We talked about the fusion strategy. So now let's see what can be improved. We know that knowledge graph embedding plays a major role in fake news detection using the modern approach. So in this modern approach, we use Transy model as the knowledge graph embedding model. So instead of Transy model, if we use the SIMI-ER model, so let us see what benefit it does. So the Transy model, although has a lower complexity, it ignores inherent features and only uses correlations between different entities to represent the feature of each entity. To overcome these shortcomings, we can use a new model which is known as SIMI-ER model that calculates the similarity of entities in independent and associated spaces. So the entity features in independent space are represented by the feature that entity inherently owns. And in associated space, the entity features are expressed by the entity features they connect. So compared with the state-of-art models, the experimented results demonstrated that SIMI-ER outperforms existing competitors and has low time and memory space complexities. So it might help in increasing the total runtime of the whole model of the fake news detection. That's all for the presentation. Thank you for your time.